Okay, my name is James Williams. This is co-founder number 2. So, the following video is going to piss off a lot of people, and probably of every single race and ethnicity in existence in the States and worldwide. But I'm going to say this because it's 1,000% true. So, one of my channels that I like, that I subscribe to, I don't have any money to actually support them on Patreon. And after all, I'm not going to Patreon to keep this channel afloat because I'm just putting up random videos. And if you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. My whole thing of starting this channel in the first place was so that I could get noticed by people who make kung fu movies. And then I would check in every now and again because once my kung fu career took off, I probably wouldn't have the time to do this, which was my goal, to keep this thing running for a simple, short amount of time. But some of the people who have actually made careers out of these things have shut down, and YouTube has a problem with advertisements and all kinds of other people not paying attention or not being able to pay their bills, and they go to Patreon and PayPal. And I'm gonna be honest, at 44 years old, I have no idea what any of that shit is or whatever it does, and I don't think that you should have to pay me to watch me. All right. Now I'm only speaking for me. I'm not speaking for anybody that I watch because I can't afford to pay you because I can't pay me. And like you, I'm working a job too, and it may not be as illustrious or elaborate as yours, and your channels have more followers, and a lot of things that I'm about to say from this point is going to piss off everyone. Now, here in the black community, and since I'm part black, I can say this, and you can take this with a grain of salt, or you can take it any way you want, but I'm going to drop the 1,000. See, the problem with black people in general is that we have a bunch of self-hatred toward ourselves. But not only do we have self-hatred toward ourselves, we have self-hatred towards each other, so we don't want to see other black people succeed. That's why there's only one black channel that I know of personally called BET. Now, I will give it to Asians and white people and Latin people who technically are Asian people because they kind of do look out for their own, and they don't have a problem helping people. They also don't have a problem helping other people because I have had an assload of Asian friends in my first movie, and they've gone on to do whatever they have done successfully. I've had an assload of black friends that are working on their side projects, and when I call them, you know, they're ready to go. So we have a constant flock of hypocriticalness right there because some black people do think that we should help each other. But a majority versus the minority does not, because a lot of black people don't want to see other black people succeed. Being said that, with my shows or channels that I subscribe to that are promotingly black, that talk about black issues, who I don't know if they count me as black because I'm mixed, they've been shutting down and coming back and shutting down, and they rely a lot on us people to go to Patreon and stuff like that to keep them going. Which again, I can't afford to go to Patreon. I can't afford to ask you all to go to Patreon or PayPal. Like I said, as long as YouTube is free, I'm just gonna post videos because I'm trying to get my career off the ground. And though I love having my 25 followers and I love being able to post videos and rant, it's not what I set out to do. I set out to put up some nunchuck stuff. I set out to do some chain work. I set out to do kung fu at its best. Now, the problem that the doctors have allowed me to only fart and walk has caused me an issue with being able to lift my leg up that high and throw a kick. And this is my bad leg. So whenever I move this son bitch over this little bit of angle, it hurts like a motherfucker. Now, this leg, it still functions for now, but they're telling me it's going to need a new hip. But if I don't work on this hip, it's not going to be strong enough to support this leg. So I need to go to my doctor and see about if I can do more in vigorous training. Because it's been like 3 years, so I should be able to at least start jogging. If I can't do anything else, at least maybe I can get some low-level jogging in so that I can stay in somewhat physical shape outside of doing the push-ups that I didn't do tonight that I was supposed to do because I'm doing my damnedest to get back in shape this year. And I want to be in army shape, not good shape. Army shape. See, good shape is okay, but army shape is way better. Now back on my subject at hand. The thing with these channels, and the reason why we are all, or most of them, are shutting down, and they have Patreon and PayPal, a lot of people really, like me, are poor. YouTube is our doorway but it's not a guaranteed doorway, as I've learned firsthand that it is not a guaranteed doorway when you turn on a place called Kung Fu Havoc and you see anything but Kung Fu. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is bullshit. And I have videos on my phone. I can hold them up on my phone all damn day long, and you guys can see the stuff that I used to be able to do. And you'll be like, yeah, you know, he's mediocre. Oh, he's good. He's great. He could be better. Or, why is he not working in Hollywood? Well, here's the thing. When the studio came here, promised us Hollywood East, they didn't do martial arts. As far as I know, they still don't do martial arts. I would know because I haven't made an attempt to go back and reach to them, for the simple fact that in my 20s, they could have gave me a job. I could have been in the ranks of a Scott Adkins. I could have been in the ranks of a Jet Li. I could have been in the ranks of Gary Daniels and Roy Parker. But y'all don't know him, Darth Maul. You don't know him from Darth Maul? Then you damn sure know him as Snake Eyes. Now, I'm not saying my acting is superior to them by far. Hell no. But my martial arts skills, I'm no fucking slouch. You know, but at that same breath, you know, I got on YouTube. When I found out about YouTube, I was like, oh, this is going to be the shit. It's going to be the thing that propels me into the career that I want. But a lot of bad things happened. And I mean that with the utmost respect. Let's start with bad thing number one. Number one, my heart got broken. That was the downfall right there, which pushed me into the Army also because I needed a fucking job. But mostly, I figured if I could become something bigger than myself, I could actually be a hero on some level or another, and not be some guy that they're going to say, oh, here lies James Williams Jr. He tried real hard at life. He failed. He was a drug dealer, a drug user, a crackhead, a black guy, and all the black stereotypes. The fact that I'm part Cherokee probably wouldn't even come up into factor until they look at my face. Alright? So then we got, here lies James Williams. All the things I just said. Plus he was half Cherokee. Which means he probably smoked a peace pipe a lot. And he drank a lot of alcohol. Have you know, I only prefer vodka. Anyway, so all jokes aside, a lot of us people of color, specifically black people and our shades of black, don't want to see other black people succeed, which is why a lot of these people who have you on Patreon or have you on PayPal or whatever the hell the other thing is, you know, this is why they lean on y'all to do this, so that we can have some black venue that can be anything other than just BET. Now, I would suggest to look for other sponsors besides that. You know, try to cut a deal with Snickers, try to cut a deal with Pringles, try to cut a deal with something that you use, like product placements for Nestea. This is not actually Nestea. This is Lipton. But I actually have Nestea in this bottle because it was unsweetened. I got it from the Chinese store because I didn't know they still sell regular unsweetened tea. So I bought it. Now, I promoted two teas in one. The Lipton tea bottle and the Nestea inside, which I drink a lot. Also with Tang. I drink a lot of Tang. I drink a lot of orange Tang and I drink Kool-Aid. Also, I drink purified bottled water. You know, so I advise you guys to start contacting these guys. I know no one wants to be a sellout, but sometimes when you want to get what you want, you have to make sacrifices. And sacrifices are sometimes either a blessing in disguise or a curse from all hell. We all use phones. We have Samsungs or we have iPhones. I personally am a Samsung man. I have two Samsung TVs. Samsung. See the title? Samsung. Two of them. So Samsung, if you want somebody to work for you, I'm free for doing that. But right now, I'm just trying to get my foot in the door in acting. Maybe a kung fu fight choreographer. And hell, I would love to work with everybody from the WMAC Masters, especially Wizard Larry Lamb, you know, and Tsunami Keen Nguyen. Superstar, I like him too. And I like the guy that played his brother. But you know, I didn't get the opportunity to know about these shows until they were long since canceled. Hell, I would kill to be a fucking Power Ranger. Probably shouldn't have used that way of saying it, but you know, those are the things I like to do. I watch these YouTube Asian stuff where they're female superheroines or whatever, and they're always getting beat up, and I'll gladly go pay the black guy. All I need is for you to fly me over there, give me a visa, let me work. Simple as that. I don't mind being the only non-Asian speaking person there, but I'm more than willing to do that because making movies makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? And you have the right to be happy. So why not bust your ass until you get there? Which this year is my year for busting my ass to make shit happen. Yeah, I plan on going to school, but there's a big hang up right now with voc rehab and financial aid. So if I get it, cool. If I don't get it, cool. You know, you're gonna do what God wants you to do, whether you like it or not. The hands of fate has been slapping me in the face since I was 7 years old. It's time for me to catch the hand of fate, break its elbow, bust his nose, and go where I want to go. And pray that that's God's destiny. However, sorry, gotta take a swig of my tea. However, it wouldn't hurt to actually have some green when I'm doing these things. You know, I'm not asking anybody that's a subscriber to my channel to pay me shit. Because I don't know how long I'm going to do this. You know what I'm saying? If my career takes off tomorrow, I'm not going to close Kung Fu Havoc 2 down. It's just that I may not get the chance to get back on here. You know? And that's really my only worry, is that if I start acting full time and actually get work, like real work, work, always on TV, all the time, making movies, making TV shows, if I start doing that, how many of you would be angry and stop watching my channel? Since I only have 25 followers, probably not that many. However, if I get super famous, more of you would want more videos. And that would be cool, but I didn't put this video up here to be doing what I'm doing right now. I didn't want to make Kung Fu Havoc about anything outside of Kung Fu. So let me give you a little bit of the origin of the name. And no, I'm not trying to get people to support me on Patreon or PayPal, because I don't know what any of that shit is. I just know that a lot of people need them. And I would rather you give it to someone who is homeless or hungry than pay me a damn thing. Because all you do on here is see me talk. Every now and again you might see me break into a move, you know, crane, snake, strike. I know my shit. This isn't what I wanted for this channel at all. It's nowhere near close to what I wanted for this channel. However, it's what I got. So until I can get cleared to get my foot back up here and throw some knees, you know, and be able to get back into army shape, you know, the hardest part of this whole thing is not being able to do what I do. And I am the best at what I do. No Wolverine pun intended. So I'm going to close out. And before I do, I want you guys to all think about the channels that you subscribe to. Personally, I'm poor. And unlike the channels that I can't afford to join PayPal or stuff like that, because I don't make enough money to pay for my damn dental insurance. And luckily I don't have kids, or I'd be in jail because I wouldn't be able to pay child support right now. Because I'm struggling. The Army only gives me $264 a month. And you think that's going to get you somewhere, you're sadly fucking mistaken. So, here's how this works. You know, if you have a channel that you love, and they need you for Patreon or PayPal, do what you gotta do to help them out. I, on the other hand, don't want any of that shit. I'm never gonna start a Patreon or a PayPal, so if that happens to come up, it's not me. Alright? Just so that you know, this is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. The only damn thing you've seen on here is maybe my movies that are filmed in reverse and fucked up because of this camera, and I don't know how to use the editing program on this machine, and my other machine needs memory, and I don't have any money to pay for it. But I'm going to get that. And when I get that, I'm going back old school because it's all I know. Hopefully I'll still remember it by the time I have the money for that. You know, support your channels. You know, if you don't even want to support me anymore, it's fine. I'm still gonna post until I can't. But you know, YouTube is a great venue. There are other places like YouTube that I'm still exploring. I haven't opened up any channels, and I'm thinking about it. And then Wix has a something or another, and I don't know what the fuck that is either. But I mean, you know, I'm 44. I'm not really good with tech. I'm still working on texting and Facebooking and shit. I mean, I'm okay with it, but I'm not like a fucking ace. I don't know what any of the abbreviations are, like IMP or whatever. I don't know what the fuck that shit is. For all I know, that could be I mean penis. I don't know. I'm not good with abbreviations. So if you're gonna text me anything, write this shit all the way out. And then there's other things I'm not good with. You know. So here's what I am good with. I'm good with kung fu. I'm good with making random videos. I'd much rather be good at making random kung fu videos while going out and doing what I do. The problem is, the doctor said, James, you cannot do kung fu. But I'm also good at voicing my opinions. Now, granted, I'll be the first to tell you I'm probably the biggest asshole you've ever met. But I'm an honest asshole. And that's why some people like me and why most people don't. Because I tell the truth. I'll give you the 99.9. If you're good, I'll give you the whole 1,000. Just depends on what you can take. So within that, I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Number 2. Support your channels. Support my channels. Just subscribe. Leave me some comments so I can read them and then make a video on them. And I'm going to write them all down on index cards. Hopefully this weekend I'll be able to get that out of the way. So I'm James Williams Jr. Happy freaking New Year. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I'm going back to playing Mass Effect. Be seeing you. If I can find the damn cursor. There it is.